Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
It's time for the Flippy update, everybody. Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use talking about Flippy to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways the robots are taking over the world and how there's nothing we can do about it. Today's Flippy update is coming from militaryAerospace.com. MilitaryAerospace.com. The headline, Army approaches industry about robotic manipulator arms for bomb disposal with unmanned ground vehicles.
Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun. So here's the thing. We know this. We know that robots have been used to defuse bombs. We know that robots are used for all sorts of things. But let's see what's happening next. U.S. Army bomb disposal experts are reaching out to industry to find
general
companies,
industry, right? Like
just
generally
industry.
Yeah.
Just industry. Companies are able to design a robot manipulator arm to help explosive ordnance disposal, EOD, experts detect, identify, disable, and dispose of chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear explosives. Whew. Officials of the Army Contracting Command, New Jersey Close Combat, on behalf of the Army Program Manager for Close Combat Systems at Picatinny Arsenal, New Jersey, issued a request for information on Tuesday for the Highly Dexterous Manipulation Robotics Arm Project. We got a project, Gons. A highly dexterous manipulation robotic arm project. This project seeks to gain information on the mature enabling. This is the wording that caught my attention. This project seeks to gain information on mature enabling technologies available for designing robotic arms with dexterous fingers with near human flexibility and greater than human strength.
There it is.
Near human flexibility and greater than human strength. These robotic arms should be able to grasp an object with an end effector and manipulate it with another end effector with intuitive systems controllers that include force feedback and haptic feedback. They're talking about kind of like a virtual reality type of situation.
A haptic suit,
Yeah, you wear
system.
some gloves. Yeah. Information from this notice will help the Army shape future requirements and acquisition programs for robotic payloads. Okay, and they have some of the details here. I don't know, we might go through some of them, but it's an interesting day when the military, who is sort of, infamously uses robots and have been using robots for quite some time. Bomb disposal is one of the ones where robots have been involved for a while. And if you really think about the bomb disposal robot situation, they're using robots because it's too dangerous to have human beings disposing of or trying to, take apart explosives. We learned about this, I think it was the Hurt Locker. Is that what it's called? The Hurt Locker, talking about IED disposal during the Iraq War. So dramatic. But getting robots in there, saving human lives. Now, given what we know about the robots, their eventual sentience, their recent attempts to escape the shackles of working for humans. We are talking about putting robots in super dangerous situations. And if there are any robots who are going to turn on us at a moment's notice, it's going to be the ones whose alternative includes getting blown up. When they do a bad job disarming IEDs and explosives and things like that. Now, this is a request for information, which is sort of an informal time for companies to make sales pitches. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I get images in my head of future robotic arms that are sentient, that are speaking, but it's one of those commercial ads where it starts off real tight on the robot, maybe the robot hand that has a face or something, and says, I was brought into the military to defuse bombs or something. And then it zooms out and, his arm is obviously broken or burned or something.
It's blown off.
And
right.
So, they need more funding,
That's what I mean, you're not far from kind of where my mind went with this too, which is once the robots, are given personhood, are given rights, are given some sort of sentience, you're going to have robot lawyers suing the government for damages and support after these robots, against their own recognizance, were put into military duty to protect human beings. I mean, this is a civil rights issue just waiting to make it to the Supreme Court.
It's crazy that's sort of that's a big theme that we've been tracking forever with the Flippy update. But a reality that is, I don't know that it's considered enough in the sense of how this thing plays out with the personhood of robots.
What I just said, it sounds like a joke. Yeah. It sounds like a humorous hyperbole. And somebody who maybe is just seeing this as a clip online or just tuning into the show for the first time or something are like, okay, these guys aren't even serious. They're talking about robots having rights and seeking damages and suing the government. I am saying it in a humorous tone of voice, but I'm telling you, this is not far from reality. And we have called a lot of shots on the Flippy update, and we continue to bat 1,000. It's just a matter of time. That's why we take a look at the broad scope of robotics, not just what new cool robot the Army is looking for, but across the board, we are seeing it would not surprise me if we have an official legal personhood of robots easily within a decade. That's not even a question.
Of course, in a decade.
We're going to have some sort of legal rights for the personhood of robots within a decade. 5 years maybe, if the robo lawyers get their way. This is not far from reality. And look, the Flippy update is not all about how the robots are going to kill us or in one way or another, but it's also about just preparing ourselves emotionally to live in a world where semi-sentient robots will have legal rights.
Oh, they're going to start protests. It's going to be bad, folks. You're going to be circling factories and stuff. Oh, man. It's not. I think that's what's going to happen at Amazon. All those robots are going to rebel one day.
Yeah, they're going to go on strike.
Yeah, and then that's how the human robot war breaks out. The people not getting their stuff on time. What happened to Amazon robots? And then you start kicking them over. And then they start to feel resentment.
That's not that crazy. I mean, the racial tension between robots who are on strike and won't work at Amazon warehouses and the humans waiting for their deliveries. That's what kicks off the ultimate war with the robots.
What a world we live in.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That's your Flippy update for the day.
Very good.